Chad, how you doing today, man?
I'm great, Paul. How about you?
I'm doing well.
Back at it?
Good to be back at it. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
man.
Well, we're back at this, and so I think the first question that we need to have answered is, Chad, who the hell are you?
Phew, that's a good question.
I thought so. That's my question.
Yeah, wow. That's a loaded question. Well, let me start from the top. I'm a father of two, two boys. I'm a business owner, avid outdoorsman.
Yeah,
As you can tell.
I can see that.
That much I love. I love helping people. My goodness now, I'd say 15 to 17 years in the marketing world, branding world, with some years sprinkled in of real estate, marketing, and investing.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, that's pretty much who I am. I guess the biggest things for me, if I were to bullet point who I am, would be faith, family, friends, career, not in any certain order, but those types of things are, and helping people.
Yeah.
In my career, are probably the bullet points that I would give anybody.
Yeah. All right.
That's pretty much it.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah. So that brings me to my next question, or to my question is, who the hell are you, Paul?
Well, I too am a father. I have 6 children at this time right now, ranging from 15 to 3. Got an even mix, 3 girls, 3 boys.
Nice.
They're fantastic. They're great. And my wife and I navigate that every single day. There's
Sure, there's some challenges.
They are
there.
amazing. I love them. It is wonderful being a father. There definitely are challenges, but they're well worth it. So, but yeah. So been at this gig for going on 20 years now. Almost as long as we've known each other. We're going on
It's about
20
right.
years.
It's about
20
right.
years.
Yeah, about
So,
20 years.
I think because we first started working together in 2005.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
At that point, I had a pretty good stint in radio.
yeah,
I
that's
had a
right.
pretty good stint in broadcast TV. Goodness, and then we met in the cable television world of advertising.
Yeah,
and
we did.
marketing. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Interestingly enough, we never hung out at all when we worked together. It wasn't until after you quit.
Yeah.
About 2 weeks later, I said, "Hey, you want to go fishing?" And
There you have
that's
it.
what we've been doing since.
Yeah. I think that was because the corporate world that we were in was kind of miserable.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Maybe I went home and just drank beer all night. I don't know.
I mean, I couldn't blame you.
Right.
I couldn't blame you.
Who knows?
But that really, okay, we loved what we did.
Oh, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
From the standpoint of working with the businesses that we worked with.
No doubt.
Loved that part. But once
Passionate.
But and I think what drove us out of that though, or got us to where we're at now, is that desire to help in a much greater way.
Yeah.
Businesses.
We were very limited on what we could do.
Yeah.
Because when you have a goal, a monthly goal attached to your job, and so you've got to reach a monthly number, and you're also trying to help customers to the best of your ability based on what you have to work with in the company that you're with. Yeah, but I mean, as far as what we did, I think you and I were both exuberantly passionate about it, and still are.
For sure. Absolutely.
But now we're in a role where we can actually help people we've got a lot more to work with, and it's not like we have some sort of on a time frame. We've got to get this thing done, and we got to hit a number here.
Yeah.
It's not
or an arbitrary number. Not beholden to somebody else. But
right.
And that's really at the core of why we're doing what we're doing now, though, is really trying to help businesses, but level that playing field for businesses.
Yes.
Because let's just call it what it is. Bad marketing sucks.
Terribly bad. And
when we fall into that, when businesses fall into that, it actually makes it harder for everybody else when the vast majority of marketing just sucks.
Yes.
when branding is completely overlooked and people think that a logo is a brand.
It's
When planning something out is done very thinly from a branding and marketing perspective. When there's absolutely zero strategy
and not much thought,
hardly any thought.
Yeah.
And it's tough, and it's gotten actually tougher over the years because there's so many places now that businesses can't advertise that it's easy to skip so many steps to get to the, hey, we're going to put this out and it's going to work.
Right.
And
well, it's more along the, and I agree, but it's also, you find something that you say, okay, well, we're just going to go here, right? And we're looking for an instant success.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we want to throw this out there. We want the telephone or whatever, the website to ding, but it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
You're not going to last.
No.
That's not creating a brand, and that's not creating efficient, effective marketing.
No, not at all. Not at all. And then you get into the gimmicks and you get into the chasing the transaction
and living off price. And once you start that, I mean, you're circling the drain.
It's so
right.
bad.
Yeah. So and I agree. I think that we're in a position now where we can help people. And I know we a lot of this is funny. It is. I mean, this is who we are. But this is there's a lot of humor in this, and I can't live my life without humor because I think that it would be a boring life. But there is a serious side to this too,
for sure,
in what we do, and it's a thing where we're drawing attention to a pink elephant in the room that nobody really wants to talk about.
Yeah.
But not only are we drawing attention to it, we're actually giving people the ability to navigate that in an effective way,
without a doubt,
and avoid the pitfalls.
Yeah.
So I think that we've been doing, and we will continue to help as many businesses as we can help. That we can, that time allows us to help.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing is that our current clients now are fantastic, and we love building great things for them and really executing. And the ultimate thing is help increasing their bottom line, but being able to have these conversations and share insights, because there's just some really fundamental stuff going back to leveling the playing field. We've seen the same pitfalls in the largest organizations we've worked with all the way down to the smallest.
Sometimes,
just because you're big doesn't mean you're immune to bad marketing.
It is so shocking
to
me, because you would think that a large, even some cases that we work with, global company would have, that we know they have the funds, or and they would have everything buttoned up so well that you really couldn't find holes. But
there's plenty of them.
You sit here and you go,
there's plenty of them.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. Is this really going on?
Yeah.
And it's unreal, but yeah, I mean, but if you think about it, it's from a business owner standpoint, okay, he is good at what he does, okay, whatever that may be. He's got a product, he's got a, whatever that may be, he's got a service, and he's focused on that, okay, and that's his specialty.
Sure.
He shouldn't have to be, he shouldn't have to be good at branding and marketing. No. That's not his forte.
Well, and as one of my favorite authors, David C. Baker, says, it is hard to read the label from inside the bottle.
Yeah, and that's a good point.
It's having that outside perspective and that outside help, and there are lots of people out there that do branding and do marketing well.
Oh, absolutely.
And we've had some great conversations with them.
Sure.
And to say that one person knows it all is just dumb. Nobody does.
Nobody does.
But it's also being able to bring and have those conversations with experts in a particular aspect of branding and marketing.
Yeah, a certain arm of it. Yeah, absolutely.
We all learn, and that's part of our mission here is to when we say level of the playing field, is to bring that insight and bring that knowledge, and really make a difference.
Absolutely,
really help grow businesses in a more sustainable way. Like we mentioned earlier, not having to get into the gimmicks and the sales and chasing the transaction, and then it just it's a snowball of frustration and insanity, really.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and avoiding the toilet with the money going down into the toilet out of the bucket. You know, it's a total waste of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's important too, because nobody wants to waste money, do they?
Well, it seems like they do.
Well, I don't know that. Well, that's the thing, is that I don't know if I don't think anybody ever woke up one day and decided, I'm going to blow about, X number of dollars.
No, I don't think so.
It just, I hope not.
Yeah.
But it goes on every day, and I'm going to assume that is a total accident.
I'd hope so.
That they meant for it to go a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the funny thing is that, a lot of people think that, that there's some magic bullet out there.
No.
That's going to this is going to be it. If we, just fire this bullet, we've got it, and anybody that tells you that, that's sitting behind, a marketing guy that's sitting behind a desk somewhere, and he may be great at what he does, but if he tells you that he's got the silver bullet for you.
Yeah, just run.
Run like you've been set on fire.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
Yeah,
there's definitely not a magic bullet, but I will say this. There is a level of understanding. There's a distinct pattern by which every human being makes their buying decisions.
Yes.
And there is plenty of behavioral sciences that have demonstrated this. And if you understand the cycle, that pattern for everybody that buys something, that can give you a lot of insight into every single aspect of the strategy. If you're going to take the time to put together a proper strategy for branding and marketing, and then you take that understanding of the way we make decisions, and that cycle that cannot be changed.
Is that science? Is there some research into that?
Plenty of it. Plenty of behavioral sciences that demonstrate this pattern. But when you see it, I mean, we've helped so many businesses that once they see it and it clicks, everything changes. But that's where the sustainability comes in. So regardless of what they do now or into the future, they've got this insight, this knowledge, this understanding of saying, oh, hey, this is how we need to build these things, because our customers, we have a lot more insight into actually how they're thinking and what they're doing. And we can't change what they're doing. No. Sales can't change that.
No.
Gimmicks can't change that.
You're not going to change people's buying habits. I mean, everybody's a creature of habit. You know? So, yeah, I agree.
But that gets me excited, though. Like,
it does.
Every day I wake up, I'm like, I love to share that. The look on the faces of the business owners and the marketing directors that we work with is just, I can't get enough of that.
Oh, absolutely. No, I
can't
agree.
get enough of it.
It's like somebody turns a light bulb on, right?
A very bright
So we
light
could
bulb.
call that marketing 101 with a light bulb next to it, right?
Yeah.
And go bing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Without a doubt.
It's like a college class, except it's much more in depth and it's much more real world.
Yeah.
Right.
It's very much rooted in the real world.
In the real
for
world
sure.
and in science, no doubt. So, as we've been doing, our goal is to help as many businesses as we possibly can navigate the world of branding and marketing. And, we find that a lot of your, not necessarily smaller, but, medium-sized businesses seem to be more open to help. They seem to be they have an issue and a struggle that we love to help.
Yeah.
And looking forward to continue doing that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just a true, total passion for that. And it's weird because, as a kid, you don't, of course, you don't know what you're going to do as an adult, right? It's not something that you wonder, well, I'm going to be a policeman and a fireman. I think that was what I said when I was, the third grade teacher.
Absolutely.
Right. I think it was policeman, as a matter of fact.
I
don't
remember. I had senioritis in kindergarten. I blocked out all K through 12. I don't remember anything.
You don't remember a thing,
Nothing.
Huh?
Not a thing.
You don't even remember any girls?
Nothing. School is
wow.
And I hope my kids are not listening to this, because stay in school and
that's not good.
go to class and don't do what I did.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan either. But but you don't ever think. But and one day you start. Your mind works a certain way. And I know yours is similar, to where your mind works in a certain way where it's just a little bit different.
Yeah.
And that's the marketing side and the branding side of your brain coming out.
Yeah.
And then as you progress and you end up going to college, and you get into the marketing world, and it's like, man, I love this.
Yeah.
This is what I was born to do,
Yeah,
right? I mean, this is
for
me.
sure.
God created me for this. And then, you start going down the avenues of what you consider to be, your arena, so to speak.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Radio, outdoor, television, broadcast television, cable. And you get there and it's like, and you do all of it, right? You're
Yeah.
successful. You work with a lot of different businesses and large and small and in between. And then you sit there and go, but man, I'm not able to really use all of my talent.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's so much left that I want to do for each one of these people that I just can't.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then all of a sudden you decide that I've got to do something different. I feel it's almost like you feel like your creativity is being stifled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
And I don't know that it was ever intended to be that way, but it's just the way it ends up being.
Yeah. From what we've seen personally, and just through observations, a lot of people that we know.
Yeah,
sure.
and then when you get out and you start just working with businesses and companies, like we do, and you go, man, now we're able to really help people.
Yeah.
We're able to sit down and take the time that we need to and really go through all of this, with them, in a way that we want them to be successful.
Yeah.
That is our goal.
Wildly successful.
And we lose sleep
Yeah.
if we have not done our job of helping people be successful in whatever they're trying to, whatever arena or business they're in.
Yeah, for sure.
And because that's how passionate we are about this thing. And bad marketing does make it hard because it's just more noise out there because we're bombarded by so much every day as consumers. And we're consumers. We're all consumers.
So many different platforms now that
it's unreal.
If we could just eradicate the bad stuff,
Yeah,
one campaign at a time,
one at
just
a time.
get rid of it.
And just let it clean it up.
I mean, we're not going to clean all of it up just because that's the nature of human
No.
beings. You're going to have people that do just dumb stuff.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely.
For our part, what we can do, we're going to do our best to bring some
Amen,
solid
brother.
information.
Amen. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
All right, man. Well, let's get at it.
Let's go.